Bismillah, Adaman, Adahim, which means in the name of God, the gracious, the merciful, the beneficent, the creator of the worlds, my Father God, Allah, Abba, the one to who praises forever due. I come to y'all in peace and blessing. All right. Always good to start off in the name of God. You enter everything you do in the name of God. From the moment you wake up to making it through the day until the moment you go to sleep. Bismillah. All right. Yeah. Listen. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all's day. You got up and got out. I hope y'all, something in mind. Oh, every single day you take advantage of the time and opportunity, and you learn something. Or every day you want to learn something. All right, make this like an objective in your mind. Every day you're gonna learn something. Every day. I ain't just talking about learning random things, but you'd be surprised what you could learn from that too. If it's not crazy things. Like, you know what I mean? I be watching the Animal Channel sometimes. I be learning all type of stuff. You know, it be some stuff you learn, all type of wild stuff. But on a serious note, you want to learn something every day, my brothers and sisters. You hear me? Make that an objective every day. Don't gotta be in school to learn. Life is a lesson that you want to learn from. You hear me? What to do, what not to do. Pay attention to what you're doing. The greatest things to know and learn is who you are, whose you are, and to know yourself, to get to know yourself. It's a scene on The Matrix when Neo met that Oracle lady. It was in Latin, right above on the top of the wall when you first walk in. It said, know yourself. You hear me? Many people don't know who they are. You want to get to know yourself. You hear me? Do some self-examination each and every single day. You hear me? Evaluate yourself. Yesterday, from today, every little thing you're doing. Be surprised. Everything I do, like I got it wrote down. You ain't got everything wrote down. Listen, man. For a long time, everything that I do, like from the moment I wake up, peace and blessing to you. And I thank you for your words of encouragement. You hope I become a big content creator. I thank you for that. But it's the small things that matter. Landon, I like to create in real life. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about having a big platform. When I can talk to my people in real life, this is something extra. You know what I mean? I highly doubt that I get to be famous. That's not a dream or desire. If I can just talk to my people and reach anyone that's around, I'm happy and blessed with that. You heard? Just to reach one person, do up 2 feet. Just to reach one person. You know what I mean? To enlighten one person. And I'm quite sure I got more than one person. You know what I mean? When I can go speak to my family, talk to my brothers, my mom, and then, you know what I mean? That's a blessing. Forget anything extra. You know what I mean? Many people, they want to be famous or something. That's not my goal. All right. But listen, I thank you for y'all words stuff. That's pretty cool. I see y'all comments. I see a lot of y'all's comments. I don't pay attention sometimes because I don't get too caught up in what people be saying. You know what I mean? Sometimes people be throwing me left. You know what I mean? But I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Those are nice words. All right. Thank you. You too, Victor. All right. Listen. All right. Listen. Every day you want to learn something. The number one thing is to learn is who you are. Many people don't know who they are. They're trying to find their identity in this, having a career, money, job, this and that. That's not who you are. You are made and created in the image of God. You powerful beyond measure, man. You got something in your mind. If you can focus hard enough, you can move planets and stars, my brother and sister. Do your research. It's called conscious. Many people are unconscious to who they are. It's just like being in the Matrix. You living in a dream world and don't even know it until you wake up. Once you wait, that's the honest to God's truth, man. Listen, all lies based off of some truth. Every single movie that these people make, it be some truth in the movies. Now, some movies be some bullcrap. But listen, even to make up a lie, it gotta be based off of truth. Otherwise, it's not a lie. Say that again. Listen, all lies are based off of some truth. Other words, it's not a lie. You see what I'm saying? If you got Superman flying out here, this and that, and you see superheroes or whatever, even in the Bible. In Genesis chapter 6, you want to know where superheroes and stuff, where the ideas come from, Superman, Batman, all these characters, Hercules, this and that. Bro, it's some truth into these things. Or you see that. Genesis chapter 6, verse 4 says, the Nephilim on the earth in those days, in the days of Noah. And also afterward, when the sons of God, the fallen angels, went to the daughters of humans and had children by them, they were the heroes of old. Men are known. This is where you get Hercules and those characters, those super characters that y'all think of, every like superhero, bro. They got truth to their origin. All right, I ain't talking about made up stuff. A lot of these stuff be having some truth to their origin, bro. Other words, it's not a lie. All lies based off of some truth. Now listen. How did I get here? I just said something. I can't think of what the movies. I was why am I talking about this? Bro, I got lost for a moment myself thinking about what I was saying. Do your research on some stuff that be coming to me. I got to think for a minute on where I just never came from. All right, because it be fun, bro. But listen, all lies based off of some truth. Every movie that y'all have seen, that I ain't talking about cartoon, even the cartoons, bro. Even little cartoon animations, they recreating something that comes off of an idea that they had. SpongeBob and them, it's a movie about stuff in the sea, but it's based off of real. You got a real sponge, you got Patrick who was star, do the real squid, to a real crab, and you're just giving them human-like characteristics, but it's real settings. You see what I'm saying? It's a lie, but it's based off of truth. If that makes sense to you. This is what I'm saying, man. Like word. All right. Let me fix this. But yeah, like every movie, I was talking about The Matrix. The Matrix is just a deep movie with deep concepts. Yeah. All right, because many people, you like in a dream world until you wake up. Truly, man, y'all are dreaming. You're not really conscious of who you are yet. You know what I mean? When Neo went to go meet that Oracle lady, the Oracle lady had the broken ladder. Know yourself. Go watch the movie. I can't think of it as The Matrix 1 or Matrix 2. It's one of them. But Neo went to go meet the Oracle lady, and she had a broken ladder on top of the wall. Know yourself. All right. Until you know who you are, and examine yourself, get to know yourself, you kind of lost a little bit. Not a little bit, you lost. I don't care how much money you got, what career you in, you don't really know who you are. You don't really know what you're doing. It ain't about the money. It ain't about having a job. It ain't about having multiple females. It ain't about smoking all day, drinking all day. You don't know who you are, man. You know what I mean? A cockroach know who it is. An ant know who it is. It's little bugs and stuff that's living up to their potential and purposes, but we really not. We call it like the society stuff. And that's why you see man a little bit running around crazy, doing this and doing that. Animals doing exactly what they ought to be doing. Have you ever seen a cow go to school? How you ever seen a deer go to school? How you ever seen someone teach a rabbit how to build a home? Or a groundhog how to build a home? Or this bird how to build a home? They got natural instincts, prone. I never seen a bird go to school and learn how to build a nest. You hear me? This is a natural instinct that's in them to do these things. Man, y'all got something in y'all. Listen, man, if we can unblock the bull crap and let flow, we need the flow, you got to get out the mind frame again. We call it in like the society crap. You see what I'm saying, bro? That's what's messing people up, bro. I ain't BS. You need to know that. That's something to know. My people are destroyed from a lack of. My people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge. We think we gotta have money. You gotta slide on somebody. You gotta do this and this. Man, you ain't gotta do none of this crap, bro. So you gotta work all damn day. Really. I know you gotta work. The Bible said, "Man that don't work, I'm willing to eat." All right? But truthfully be told, it's not about working all day. Jesus said, "Don't work for food that spoils." All right? Nothing wrong with work. Remove work. The work people supposed to be doing is like farming. Like Adam. The Lord placed Adam in the garden and told him to work the land. That's what we ought to be doing. Farming and raising cattle and stuff like that. That's what we ought to be doing. Not work to make money all damn day. Nah, the work you're supposed to be doing is taking care of your home. Farming, grow your own food. You ain't got to go to the grocery store. You know how much money you save? You don't need money. Once you grow your own damn food, but you got to have land. Nowadays, you got to pay for land. Do your research on God put man on earth and didn't charge man for land. How come you got to pay rent? Society. How come you got to pay for water? 75% of the world is covered in water. God didn't charge nobody for the water. But how come we pay for water? You got the water bill, don't you? Lights. You don't need no electricity. It wasn't no electricity 400-500 years ago. Research on you had candlelight. Where you want to light, you light a candle or something, isn't that? You don't need electricity. Y'all got electric bills. When you like to get rid of your electric bill, you don't need electricity. Well, how am I use the microwave? Listen, it won't. Listen, man, this society bull crap. It won't no microwaves. You had like a fireplace. You want to cook something, you put it on the fire and boil it. All right, free. Everything's supposed to be simple. But in this society, you got to pay for electricity, pay for water, pay rent, pay your insurance. Man, 400-500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago, these things did not exist. It wasn't no electric bill. It wasn't no car bill. It wasn't no water bill. You go outside and get what you need. You ain't got to pay for none of this crap. Well, how come people losing their mind? I can't make the money this month for the damn rent. You don't really need the rent. You need it nowadays. You're gonna be homeless, so they call it. Well, and if you're homeless, you're unproductive. They not the way the world set up, bro. This is a crazy system. Does that make sense? This is a crazy ass system. All right, listen, man. Many people working all damn day to pay for the house. Pay for rent, pay for car insurance, pay for food, pay for water, pay for the, man, it's all free. Why is we paying for it? Because it's society. You hear what I'm saying? The society that this civilization that we living in is a structure built on you gotta have stuff. You don't really have nothing. God, I ain't never read one time in the Bible, God told Adam, you gotta pay me rent. You gotta pay for your water. You gotta pay for food. I never read it. I ain't read about Adam, Abraham, Moses, Noah. I never seen none of them paying rent. But then, how come we in the system? It's the damn society crap. We live in a dream world, and this dream is not our dream. There's research on it's the American dream. Word. It's a dream to them, a nightmare to us. Say that again. It's a dream to them, a nightmare to us. Word. And tell me that ain't deeper than the blue sea. I didn't even know what was going there. Tell me that ain't deeper than the blue sea. I'll never forget I was watching these African people, bro. Asked him, would you ever like to leave your homeland? Black dude looked at that Caucasian brother smile. He said, no. He said, why don't I leave my homeland? Here, I know every sound. I know every bird call. I know every animal that's around. Word. I know every smell. Word, bro. Dude said, bro, I know everything like the back of my hand. Everything. You know what I mean? If I was to go to like a different, I feel trapped. I said, man, I said, black dude know how good he got it. They don't got cars. They don't even got, they got like sandals on their feet, bro. They don't even got clothes. And they don't need clothes like that, bro. Do your research, man. They don't got electric bills. They don't got to pay rent. They never had to worry about paying rent a day in their life. You don't pay rent. You gotta pay for your wood. You don't gotta pay for this and pay for that. Ain't that a life that you want to live? You just gotta go out and work the ground, go get what you need. That's how it ought to be. Not in America, not in different countries. As a society, the system that we in is like been to driving a little bit crazy. Yes. No. Listen. Even in the society that we in, you gotta know who you are and who you are, and examine yourself. You hear me? Now I know you gotta go to work and stuff. Hey, I gotta go to work. I don't got to, but the way it's set up, you know what I mean, this and that. But I really believe, like, and hope one day people come up out of that, or they gotta keep on paying for crap. Word. Gotta be a much better place, bro. You can eliminate that. You ain't gotta be no big superstar. You ain't gotta have this, ain't gotta have that. You ain't gotta pay for nothing. It should be free. God ain't never charged no one to pay to live. That's how you could just work that. And you just now understand what I just now said. God never charged no one to pay to live. Well, how come we gotta pay for everything? Can't you see we living not under the rules of God, but under the rule of man? Don't you feel the squeeze for the people? Trying to squeeze you for everything. Squeeze you for your house. Squeeze you for your insurance. Squeeze you for the food. It's the big squeeze. Everyone feel the pressure of the squeeze. You know what I mean? Word. And do that make sense to you? All right, bro. Listen, that's the society we live in. And that's why a lot of my people doing a whole bunch of wild stuff, bro. Many people robbing, stealing, killing for what? To get a damn piece of paper, bro. That 2,000 years ago didn't even exist. You see what I'm saying? All right, bro. A few hundred years ago didn't exist. We never needed it. How come? It's the system. They take away what you ought to have and make you think like what you need. You don't need to have money. In the world we live in today, they make it seem like you gotta have money to pay for this and pay for that. And trust me, I know. Word. Don't nobody want to be like it's the way it's set up. Because you can't live natural. Living natural, they'll lock you up. They'll lock you up trying to live natural. It's like if you don't comply to the system, then they lock you up or they get rid of you. Or you just be like homeless or something because you don't got access to the stuff that's around. Natural free land. All land should be free. How in the hell do the people got possession of a big piece of the land? I'm talking about a few people. Bro, the land should be for everybody. Everybody. God didn't charge one person for the land. He told the people work the land. He told Adam work the land. Nobody should have mastery over the whole land. That's if you're thinking biblical. The world is big enough for everyone to have a piece of land. More than big enough. It's places in the world people ain't even have it yet. Bro, the world is big enough where everyone can have a piece of land. To themselves, bro, and can live easily, space properly. It shouldn't be a problem. You wanna know what the problem is? A power structure. All right, power structure. The people on top, and they got the people fighting. They got the low class people fighting over minor things, bro. You see what I'm saying? All right, man. That's why people messed up. because we're not living natural. There's something you need to know. People are destroyed from a lack of knowledge. This is what you need to know. I love to see the people over in Africa in a different place. Them people living freer than ever. I'm talking about the people who live in the original. Some places, like in parts of Africa, where they kind of like got modernized. They kind of got like hit to like the culture. You know what I mean? Like cities and jobs and stuff. But it's the people who living in the wilderness. They freer than ever, bro. They might not got a good water system. They might not got a good water system like that. They might not be the most freshest people. They might not be rocking Ferragamo, Gucci, Louis, Hugo, Levi's. They might be rocking these. They don't need them. They don't need them, bro. This our man have the best support. They might not got the brand new Jordans, the brand new LeBrons, the Kyries, whatever. We don't need these things. My black brothers, they was looking at the Caucasian brother. They said, well, I don't see how you walk around in them shoes. I have to always be looking there all the time. Or they was making fun, man. Look, the black dudes was making fun of the Caucasian brother, bro, because he had shoes on. Damn it, y'all make fun of people, they don't got no shoes. My dudes over in Africa was making fun of the cat. They was laughing and joking. They was teasing him because he got on the shoes. They said, man, I don't see how you walk around in those shoes. Word, they'll make my feet happy. Word, he said every time I step on the floor, it's time to go right through the shoe. They got like shoes made out of the African people. They be wearing if they don't got no shoes, they kind of. He said even without shoes, like it's better to be with no shoes because you're more alert to the ground. You know what I mean? Like where you feel that this and that, you gotta pay attention. Isn't that versus you ain't gotta pay attention and you stepping on everything. I know you ever been walking and just step on a nail? And it went right through your shoe. If you more alert to know what's going on, you're gonna be paying more attention to the ground. You more focused. They more focused like in what's around. You understand what I'm saying? Without no damn shoes, bro. They had no shoes, they had sandals on. Clowning my Caucasian brother with the shoes. They said, man, we don't know how you walk around with them shoes, bro. They look like they slow you down or something. Word. Listen. I said, them black dudes over in Africa, bro, they the truth. They the truth, bro. Listen. They living original. I said, man, them people freer than ever, bro. Freer than ever. They was happy as they can be, just them. You know what I mean? He said, because the Caucasian brother, he took them, the black brothers took them hunting. He took the Caucasian brother, they took the Caucasian brother hunting with them. He said, man, all I want to do after I get back from a hunt is just go sleep and dream and do it all over again tomorrow. I said, man, bro, it don't get no simpler than that. Bro, they all together to go get their food and come back and chill. Talk about every experience, talk about every single detail, how the hunt went, what they did, who seen what, who did what, this and that. Where they dream, do it all again tomorrow. You ain't gotta wake up and go to work from the crack of dawn, slave and pay rent. Pay for your water, pay for food, whatever. But our minds are so messed up over here in America, whether you're in America, Europe, Britain, France, Japan, China, any of these civilizations where it's mathematics, where you constantly working and you gotta pay for everything per day, reaching on the people losing their mind. Everything should be free. God never said you gotta pay me for your water. You gotta pay me for your food. You gotta pay me for your drink. You gotta pay rent. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob lived in tents. Didn't have to pay a thing. You can build your own home. Or a few hundred years ago, my Caucasian brothers held this down back. They build wood cabins and stuff like that. You can build your own cabin. Where you got the tool, you can build your own cabin. You ain't got to pay a damn thing. You go get the wood, get the chop, build your log cabin if you want to be in a home. Where brother, you want to be in a tent or in a home. Do your research. If I was to go get an axe right now and just start cutting down trees, they're going to send my ass to jail. Or I'm destroying property. I'm living on land that ain't mine. Or it's illegal to just go get an axe and cut down some trees and build your log cabin. Unless you own the property, then hey, you can do what you want to do. But you still gotta pay rent for your property. Go back and listen to what I just now said. All right. Go back and listen to what I just now said. My people are destroyed from a lack of knowledge. Yeah. People don't think this way. If everybody was to start thinking this way, you can take back the damn land. Or get the heck up out of civilization. Or, bro. That's why I be like, single people might just disappear or something. You see people who like, people who got some money, they just disappear, bro. Once they realize this, or you see a lot of people who, if they realize and get a little change, they disappear to go somewhere, bro, where they can live and be free. Like out of society. Because you can't do that over here. They not gonna let you. You always gotta pay this and that. Like word. Unless you just got a lot of damn money. Then you kind of live and you still not free because you spend your lifetime trying to get, unless you hit the lotto or some weird crap, this and that. You ain't never gonna be free, bro. Yeah, not all the way. You gonna like far as living the way God wants you to live. I mean, the best thing you can kind of have is to be free in your mind, free in your body, and free in your spirit. Yeah, well, because down here they like try to cage you in many different ways, man. You see what I'm saying? They try to cage you in your mind. They will cage you in physically. If they try to cage you in spiritually, if they can. All right, do research. I know it. Well, listen. I'm getting lost, man. Thinking about how things ought to be. We should just be hunting for our food. Going to get as much water as we can free. And living like how God wants us to live. The way the world's set up, we can't do this. Why? They will find you. Yeah. Yeah, you just try to live how God our Father wants you to live, they will find you. Or they'll lock you up. Listen, you can't just go sleep anywhere you want to sleep at. Yeah, research. The police pick you up. You can't. They're not gonna, yeah, you can't be right here. You gotta go. You steal somebody's property. The whole damn earth belongs to everybody. There's enough land for everyone to be on. More than enough land. It's more than enough land on the earth for everybody. How come you gotta pay for your damn rent? You gotta pay for land. You gotta pay for water and pay for drink. This is ludicrous. This is ludicrous. And let's just roll with the program. I told you, you in the matrix. It's a nice story in the Bible about the Good Samaritan. I'll read it. Let me show you where we at. I can show you exactly where we at right here, right now. This parable is a reference for you and me. I can show it to you. Exactly where we at right here, right now. Listen. In Luke chapter 10, verse 30, Jesus said, a man was going down from Jerusalem to Jericho when he was attacked by robbers. Stop right there. Satan come to steal, kill, and destroy. He was attacked by robbers. They stripped the man of his clothes. They beat him and went away, leaving him dead. Listen, that man is a representation of you and me. Stripped of our clothes, and now we've been giving out the clothes. You gotta pay for it. They took your clothes. They took what you was clothed in. Your mind, the clothes in your mind, the right clothes. They took that and gave you another set of clothes. Listen, catch what I just now said. They beat them, getting beat all the time. We always getting beat. Getting beat for rent, getting beat for water, getting beat for food, get beat to come in as well. Yeah, they get you when you're coming in. When you go to the hospital when you're born, do you not get charged at the hospital? Mothers and fathers, do they not send you a bill when you're at the hospital? Every time you bring in a child, don't they charge you? Damn. They get you in the type of way they can get you. They beat you. Many different ways of getting beat. And they just halfway dead. Us right now are halfway dead. It ain't nothing but the grace of God that we're surviving in today's society. Yeah, we've been stripped of our clothes, clothed in our right mind. We've been stripped of our clothes, and then we've been given other clothes. Catch what I just now said. To be clothed in your right mind, we've been stripped of our clothes, our mind frame of thinking. We've been beat. We always getting beat. Getting beat at work, beat paying rent, beat paying for water, beat paying for your food. You're getting beat in many different ways. Or you're getting beat just to live. It shouldn't be like that, but that's how it is. And they just left us halfway dead. Do you not see the people halfway dead? Unconscious to who they are? They don't even know. Listen to what I'm saying, man. Listen to the parable of the Good Samaritan. All right. See, mosquitoes don't let me up. That time to see. Mosquitoes don't let me up outside. I've been outside. That's on my people for a little bit. Mosquitoes damn sure let me up. Listen, but tell me that ain't deeper than the blue sea. Go back and rewind what I said, man. Please. Like, if the people come together, we kind of can like take it back. But there probably be some problem on our hands. So, them people, I don't think they just gonna give it up. Hey, people too power hungry. I don't think they're just gonna give it up. You know what I mean, if they're not gonna give it up, yeah, research on. We gotta get out. Right, you want to keep your power system? Hey, keep it. But I ain't gonna be a part of that. You know what I mean? One person on their own, I can easily just slap. But it's the rest of the people. Like it takes like teamwork to make the dream work. You know what I mean? Hopefully the Lord will work magic one day. Like just do something miraculous. You know what I mean? But if the people all don't come together, just gonna keep on like it's gonna keep on going down the same road. You know what I mean? Like right. Especially the people on top, like they the ones who need to realize this. Like the whole system jacked up. Yeah, you might not be. You see, they think they'll be losing. They'll actually gain more than ever being that way. You know what I mean? Like have the right person. Like if it's a church system, like have the right person in charge who's gonna do the right thing. Let the people be freed up, or you'll have a more productive place on the earth. You see what I'm saying? You have less violence, less this and less that. It'll be a way better place if the people could be free. That's why people tripping, because they not free. They want to be, and just give people something to do. Like worry about, let the people work the land. Get them something to do. Got to keep many people who unproductive occupied. Or especially the young people. You wouldn't have young people out here getting caught up in drugs and this and that because they busy. They got a self-fulfilling purpose that they, you know what I mean, that they would never have being out in the world. You don't feel good you don't feel good trying to hustle from your people. That's not a good feeling. Trying to make money off of your people. Or that ain't self-fulfilling. You don't feel satisfied. Getting caught up in, I'm telling you this, man. Listen, people just want to like just pass something to do. You know what I mean? They don't really know what to do. You don't know who you are or whose you are. You see what I'm saying? You don't really know yourself like that. And the way the world going is set up for it to be like that. All right. But less is more. It's supposed to just be so simple. It ought to be so simple. It should be so simple. That's the way God would have it be. So simple. Just live. You see what I'm saying? Work the ground. Get used what the Lord got around. The people destroy the land, set up civilization. Or everything around the natural stuff just grown. The people destroy that and build a city, build a block, build a bank. They destroy natural habitats that the Lord will use for people to use to cultivate the land and build a city. Think about it, man. Just think about what I'm saying. You gotta come out of La La Land. You gotta come out the matrix and think. I get the grapes with seeds. Why just be having seeds in the Lord said, I give you every plant, I give you every seed bearing fruit with seeds. When you go to the store, how come everything at the store is seedless? Seedless grapes, seedless watermelon, seedless lemons, seedless cucumbers. Bro, they come with seeds. It's supposed to be with seeds. How come they seedless? If you go to the store and see anything that's seedless orange, it's not confirmation. It's not real. Everything should have seeds in it. Word. Everything should have seeds in it. How the heck are you supposed to replant without no seeds? When you go to the store, they got seedless. Seedless this, seedless that. If it's seedless, that's not real. Word. The Lord said in Genesis chapter 2, I gave you every seed-bearing tree for food. All right. I'm in Exodus, Genesis 2. Who's the beginning of the book, man? Genesis chapter 2, verse 20, verse 29. Let's see. It's all on the left side. Genesis chapter 2, verse 29 say, then God said, I give you every seed-bearing plant on the face of the earth, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it. They'll be yours for food. Do your research. If it don't got seeds in it, it's not real. Do your research. Clear as day. I bit my tongue, my lip. Clear as day. I'm about to get off here now. 40 minutes went by. 8:05. I'm about to lay it down. Do your research. All right. Yeah. I've been banging these grapes with seeds. With seeds. What I'm gonna call this? "2025 Society Paying to Live." I don't know what I'm gonna call this. Paying to Live in 2025. My goodness. Lord help America. Or help the people in America. I'll be glad when they make it all new. Because this thing, we gotta get rid of this way. This is not it. Your research. But y'all be blessed, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long, hit y'all with too much. I think I laid it down pretty good by my Father God permission. Yeah. But y'all think about what I said. Go back and rewind from the beginning and tell me, is this not deeper than the blue sea? I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.